Africa Organization for Standardization was formed in 1977 with the principal mandate to harmonize African standards, conformity assessment and procedure in order to reduce technical barriers to trade and therefore promote intra-Africa and international trade as well as enhance the industrialization of Africa. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, who was represented by the Director of Weight and Measures of the ministry, says there is need for increased cooperation among the African nations and ASO member states in facilitating the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, especially with respect to enhancing a common regulatory framework in the context of technical barrier to trade.
They need to reflect on the challenges which have affected trade in Africa, especially the technical barriers to trade with respect to varying indices. Furthermore, it is envisaged that the year-long activities, including the standardization activities, both at the national, regional, and continental levels, will require collaboration among the member states.
Policymakers, we have come together to put the policy documents before us. It's all upon us here, ladies and gentlemen. These are the leaders on whom the policymakers have placed the responsibility to change everything within Africa. I can assure you that if we change that mindset, each and every little country is going to be rich simply by focusing on Africa.
The Director General Standard Organization of Nigeria, Ifeanyi Okeke, says the 69th ASO Nigeria will not only foster collaboration but will further reinforce the established relationship between the council members who administer ASO activities within the continent, adding that ASO Council play a vital role in approving harmonized African standards and regulations across the continent, thereby ensuring that the highest standards of quality, safety and innovation are deployed to facilitate trade within the African Continental Free Trade Zone and globally.
The development of African standards and standardization activities in Africa, and also to create an avenue for knowledge sharing and to promote the adoption and implementation of standards and harmonization among African countries, and also to facilitate trade across the African continent. And finally is to create an enabling environment for the African Continental Free Trade Area.
Standards, and I emphasize on one point. It said that when relevant international standards do not meet our commitment, do not meet our needs, we need to have our own standards. It should not be questionable. We should be also driving our own standardization work, our own development at the continental level. Why should we have those standards? Is to be able to conform to the market. First,
the 69th ASO is tagged Acceleration of the African Continental Free Trade Area Implementation. One standard, one step, one certificate accepted everywhere is aimed to unify the African market. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.